Hey, friends, and welcome back to another episode of the Legacy Boss podcast. I am Shauna Klein, and here is Marcy. I was going to come up with a different adjective today since you've been amazing and awesome the last 2 weeks, but I'll let you fill in your own adjective for that this week. How about that?
I am enthusiastic today.
Okay.
I don't know if it's too much caffeine or just excited about this new week, but how about that? How about I'm a little hyped up today.
We'll take it. We will take it. Well, guys, we're talking today about Facebook strategies. We are going to dig into some things that people have been asking us in our own private exclusive Facebook group that we have for our social creative members, as well as our group coaching members. And we're going to break it down because we had some questions around this topic, and we thought, what better way than to do a whole podcast about it, right? Because obviously this is sticking point with lots of people. And if you're a product-based boss, this is super huge for you because you need to know how to show up and how to not become just the sales spammy person with pictures of your products all the time.
Yeah, not good.
No, it's not how we roll. We are going to be first talking about how to post on Facebook pages. So Marcy, you and I both have Facebook pages for business. Mm-hmm. So let's walk through kind of what benefits that Facebook pages have for bosses who want to get seen and visible.
Okay, so this might not be the answer that you're looking for, but this is kind of the answer in my mind, because in all honesty, to truly, if the only outlet you were going to use in terms of social media was to grow your business on your Facebook business page, I would tell you that's probably one of the worst ones. So hopefully Facebook isn't listening and shuts down my page right now, but that's only because they really want you to pay for your advertising. So there's some ways around that. There's some ways to help boost your page organically, and we can definitely talk about that. But the real kicker of why you want a Facebook business page is when you can connect a Facebook shop to your Facebook business page, then Facebook will organically show you more. So if that's all you want to use it for, is to have that ability for people to shop through the Facebook app when they're on it, that's ideal. But then a secondary one is because you can connect your Instagram with your Facebook page, and because Facebook owns Instagram, it's like it's, adopted baby. Then if you have them connected, Facebook is also going to show you more love. What do you think about that?
Yeah, it's true. It's very true. Another benefit for having a Facebook page is obviously ads. You can't run ads through a Facebook group in the same way. So definitely having a Facebook opportunity to do ads that you can then push back to your products. So it's a really great thing for having a product-based biz, because you can connect the Facebook page with your shop, and then you can run your ads through it. So then it tethers all of those together. And so it's another great thing because you can also invite people to your page, your business page. So you can organically grow your initial Facebook page through friends and family. And so another one of the things that I've done in the past to kind of get some, just movement in that is to do a kind of a drawing and then ask other people to post that for you, and then come back and comment done, and then it kind of gets your reach out there. So I think there's a little, there's more of an organic reach, I believe, on ways that you can monetize that as a Facebook page, and people are more likely to see that than something else. So I think that's a great way to kind of look at it. What's your thoughts, Marcy?
Exactly. And one thing that I do with my Facebook business page and also with my profile page, I know we're going to kind of tap into that later. And really it works for groups as well, but it's a way to help boost your own posts on Facebook without paying for it, right? Because especially if you're a new business, the boosting post to pay for that isn't the best. You actually would want to create an ad, which
Right.
those are constantly changing, and really it's becoming very, very expensive. So I really don't want the small business owners to think, well, I have to have a business page and now I have to do ads. Like
Right.
save that, right?
Yeah.
But you can boost your own posts. And one of them, and a lot of people go, what are you doing? What are you talking about? Is after you post your post, right? You want to go like it. Well, actually you want to love it or laugh at it, because when you take the extra step from not just liking it, but like moving your finger up, right? And then you have to scroll to an emoji. Facebook gives more weight to that. And so if you have an immediate reaction on Facebook, then boom, you're going to be shown to more people. If there's an immediate comment, which should come from you, right? Yeah. Facebook's going to go, wow, someone's already commented. So I love giving like putting a GIF or a GIF, like what's it called? We should probably do a poll. Like if you know if it's pronounced GIF or GIF, like email us, maybe we'll give you a prize. I don't know. We don't know. We don't know what that is. But then you'll get boosted, right? And then the same thing, if someone comments, what I like to do is not necessarily like their comment right away, but I will reply to it. And then you can go back at a later date, maybe another time that a lot of people are on Facebook, and then I'll like their comment. And again, every time there's some type of action on your post, Facebook will continue to push it out. So I like to disperse those. Right. I'll even comment on someone, right? And I'll wait. And then later I'll like it. And then maybe even later I'll put like a GIF or a GIF on it. Like I'll just continue to build, and that continues to push out all of the things: Facebook page, Facebook profile, Facebook groups. So that's just a way. It might take more time, but really it's definitely worth it.
Yeah. So another little secret that I have been using for about a year now is to one of your first comments is that you're tagging your page or your group on your own post. So we already know that the algorithms of Facebook and of Instagram tend to be it's this constant flux. It's always changing. And so the amount of people, so say you had 1,000 people that you were that were on your Facebook page, there's only going to be a small percentage of them that actually see that post, and they're going to be the percentage of people that are active in that page. So if you've got 15 people that normally comment and or like something, those are going to be shown first. And then after that, if those people respond, then it will show it to more. So if you think about it, they're like showing it in tens, right? So if you have a little bit of engagement, it's going to show it to those section. If those people engage, then it might show it to some more people. So your goal is to make sure that you can get as many seen as possible, because what's the point of posting things if they're not getting seen? So one of the ways that I do that, number one, is it's posting a separate comment. So it's going to help with the algorithm. Second of all, and there's no guarantee that you're going to get all of those people to lay eyes on it, but it is a better option if you do the @ and then your Facebook page for more people to see that. So that's just a little tip or trick that you can use to kind of help. If you've had a lot of crickets and you haven't seen any engagement, try that, see if it helps. I've heard back from lots of people that it has helped just with the amount of people that get visible. So if you look at when you post, their new metrics on Facebook will actually show you how many people were, active on Facebook, how many viewed your post. So there's a lot of more analytics now than there used to be in the day.
For sure. And before we move on to Facebook groups, I just want to add another little tip and trick. And again, this works for everything: your page, your group, your profile page, is to not put an external link. So a lot of us want to go check out my website, and you put your website link in your post. If you do that, Facebook will pretty much take your post and hide it under a rock and not really hardly even show it to those people who are your raving fans.
Yeah, they'll suppress it.
Yeah, Facebook does not want anyone to ever leave Facebook. They want you to be on 24 hours a day and to never leave and go onto any other app or any other website. So a lot of times that's exactly what I'll put as my first comment, or I'll even say, hey, here's the link to XYZ. And then the second comment, I'll put the link, so I kind of mix it up. But do not put it in your post. Sometimes what I'll even do is I will, use Canva or something. And maybe if I'm showing a picture of a product, I will put my website with words on the photo. And then in my post, I'll say, check out the photo for the link. Yeah. And, maybe it's not clickable. Maybe it's not that easy, but if people are really interested, they are going to go find it.
Yeah.
Or I'll say link down below and I'll put some fingers, although I think Facebook is onto that. I think they're onto like link in comments. Like if you put that, I think they're starting to realize that people are doing that. So I started to notice a little difference. Like it doesn't go so far. So I don't know. Facebook's
they
smart.
for sure want to keep you on it because they want you to get constant advertisements. Advertisements is what keeps people engaged and keeps people there. So they want to keep you there. So just remember, if you're going to do any external links, that may make your post go down in the algorithm. All right. Second thing we're talking about is why Facebook groups. I mean, it's just one extra more thing to add to your plate, right? It's just one more thing that you're asking us to do. Well, I think Facebook groups are depending on your business. Now, I would not tell every single business to have a Facebook group.
Mm-hmm.
I would not tell someone that sells e-commerce totally. They sell products and they're a product boss, but they sell e-commerce and it's only through their website and maybe Amazon. There's no benefit for them if they're just selling on those two platforms to have a Facebook group, right? They're not engaging in that. But if you have a social type of business where you are connecting with your audience on a transformational experience, then I think it's a great idea to have a Facebook group because you are giving your audience something different. So basically the progression is join my Facebook page. Do you want to become a VIP to get more information from my business? Do you want to become a raving fan? Here's how you can become part of that. And it's a free way of moving people from the just knowing you to the liking you. So the new know, like, and trust factor. So moving them from just knowing you to liking you. And one of the things the Facebook group is great about is that you can require information to be given up front. So if you want to have giveaways, you can put, hey, we like to do giveaways. Please leave your email address. So you're building your email list. If you have not gone and listened to our podcast, Social Media versus Email, and why you may need both, please put it on your playlist for podcasts or go visit our website, Legacy Boss, on YouTube and go listen to it because it is king.
Yeah. It's pretty amazing for sure.
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah.
So Marcy, Facebook groups. We both have Facebook groups. We both have, we're in lots of groups. I have several I manage, or several I admin, and there's several I moderate, and big as 90,000 all the way down to a couple hundred. So why Facebook groups for the product-based boss who wants to interact with their ideal customer?
Well, for one, I think you get that real personalization. A Facebook page is just more like, here's what I'm about. Here's your catalog, or here's, learn who I am. But when you have that group, it becomes very personal. It becomes very open for a lot of things. You can really share who you are. You can really share a lot of amazing stories that people are going to be more apt to connect with. It's a great way to say, hey, be part of my group and you're the first to get discounts or know about specials. So really, if you have that product, and especially even if you're in direct sales, you really need to have your own, because it also, people are joining that because they love what you're selling.
Right.
And you can share that more freely than you really can on your Facebook page, definitely than your profile page, right? Because those you don't want want to be spammy. And I know we're going to talk about that in a second, but in your Facebook group, people are there because they love your stuff, right?
Right.
I have one that's based on people that have purchased my planner system. So all I talk about is my planner, and I show, hey, here's how to use this page. Hey, here's this. Hey, don't forget to do this. And it all revolves around my product. And it's there to support my customers and my clients and also give them high access to me. So I'll do lives in there. I do question and answer. And so they feel like, you get a relationship, and that's really what social media is about, right? Making those connections. And then within groups, you can truly make those connections.
Yeah. So true. So true. And another thing that you can do with Facebook groups is really have them stay engaged. So if you have that need to kind of have that engaged group, you can do games and prizes and ask questions and get a lot of involvement so that you can build rapport with your customers. So a Facebook group has a lot of different benefits that the Facebook pages doesn't. You can also include different mediums for if you're trying to teach something. So there's a lot of different groups now in Facebook, and they're really targeting that as something they want you to join because, and they're smart in this, is that they know when you join a group, your tribe, you are more likely to stay engaged in that than just a Facebook page, which is absolutely true. So they want you to hang out there because then they can make other recommendations. So if you don't have a Facebook group, super simple, figure out who you want to sell to. If you want to move past just having that initial knowing people and then people buying transactionally from you, then definitely check out Facebook groups and see if it's something that's for you and your business.
Okay. Before we move on, I want to share a little tip and trick about, because I know we're always about being very authentic and creating real connections in social media, right? So I give a warning because we've all been there, right? Where all of a sudden you're added to a Facebook group. You're like, what is this group? I don't really want to be a part of it. So please, please, please refrain. And if you're in the direct selling business, which I am, I'm still in that game. We hear a lot to just add people to your group. Do not do that. If you feel like, of course, your customers, your clients reach out to them. Hey, did you know I have a VIP group? I'd love for you to be a part of it because I give discounts and specials and let you know the first of all the things. Yeah. Do you want to be part? So you don't even want to give them a link. You want them to reach back and say, yes, absolutely. Boom, give them a link or give them an invite to join, right? If there's other people who aren't a client or a customer and you're like, they would love this, or I really want them to be a part of it, same thing. Message them through a PM and say, hey, I just started a Facebook group all about blank, or that goes around my product, blah, right? Or that's probably not a good word, yada, yada, yada. And I'm really looking to add some people so I can, start to create some people to help me grow my business. Would you like to join? Yeah. So also, if you become that person that asks when 99% of the people are just throwing you in and it irritates you, because again, I know you've been there. If you ask, then you're standing out as a different leader in the field. You're standing out as someone who's doing something different, and they're more apt to pay attention because they like the way that they were invited in as a special guest. Yeah. And someone that you want, instead of just, I'm adding you. And people are like, get me out of all these groups. So please take that hot tip. It takes longer, but relationships on social media take time. When you just barf all over people, you'll actually move backwards in your business because you'll turn people off.
And hey, let's get real authentic here. It's better to have 10 people that are engaging with you and who know, like, and trust you and want to be part of your tribe than to have 100 people that don't engage, don't care, and don't want to be there.
1000%. Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely.
All right. So let's talk about how to post on your personal Facebook page. So number one tip, don't post spammy posts all the time because nobody wants to see your stuff all over their page every single day. And what happens is when people stop engaging with you, you stop seeing their stuff. So you're actually doing something you think helps, and it is actually doing the opposite. So
yep.
if I show stuff on my page all the time and people ignore it, people are going to stop seeing it because they're just not engaging with it.
Yeah.
If you're going to show up authentically and do something on a strategic basis, you're going to build more rapport with people.
Yeah. And so if you are wanting to grow your business on Facebook, you need to share it on your profile page, because people are your friend because they're your friend, right? Like that's where people go first is your profile page. Then they go, oh, you have a business page, or maybe they hear that from a back end and then they find out about your group, but they want that friend connection. So I want everybody, when this is over, go audit your Facebook page. And if you're like, I would not follow myself because this is just full of salesy posts, then let's restart. So take a minute, write down 5 different things that make you who you are. So like for me, I'm a mom. So, you're going to see goofy things of my kids, or Louie at the bus because they finally went back to school. You're going to see crazy mom things. I love to laugh. So I love to share funny memes and make people's day. Yes, I'm a business boss. So I have that. And there's other things that make me up who I am. So like if you're a runner, if you like to do photography, if you garden, think who am I? Because I'm not just my business. I'm all these other things.
Right.
So create a list of that and then you go through. So every 3rd, 4th, 5th, you want to go, well, what haven't I not posted in a while? And then you go, okay, I haven't posted my business in a while. Now I'm going to share that. Yeah. And then people won't be like, oh my gosh, all she ever talks about is her jewelry business. It's like, oh, I got to see her vacation. I got to see this. Oh, she loves to cook. She shared another fun recipe. I love that, right? You're going to attract your tribe of who you are.
Yeah.
And so, but mix them in organically that way, but also intentionally. Yeah. And you'll grow your business through your Facebook page without turning everybody off. Or your profile page without turning everybody off.
Yeah. And the thing is that one of the things that my husband always tells me is, I don't want just a person that's one-dimensional. Like that's not fun. I want somebody that's multifaceted. In other words, we'll just use the age-old conversation. Like if you're a parent and you go out to dinner when you're first a parent, you say, we're not going to talk about our kids on our date night, right? Because we need to have, and then, 20 minutes into the conversation, it's something about some child, and that it's not what you should be talking about, right? Because you spend the other 99.9% of your life doing that, and you're supposed to be focusing on this, but it's so hard to not just be that one-dimensional. So it's the same thing. I know it's a kind of a weird analogy, but it's the same thing. We need to be a multi-dimensional person when we're putting out to our people that love us, right? Now we know that there's a lot of people on our Facebook pages that old high school people or other people that just don't care as much. But I'm saying to build the rapport with the people who chose to be there, let's make sure we're showing up authentically and laugh at yourself. Today, I posted a TikTok on my Facebook stories of me dancing. Okay. And it wasn't because I wanted to show myself dancing. It was the message behind it. It was like, hey, you choose today your day. Like take the reins and choose to make it a good day. So I just thought, oh my gosh, I haven't shared anything that's kind of me being silly in a long time. But yet it has a message that's tethered to it. And so what can I do? And I was like, it's a story. It was like a 15 to 20 second clip. And I know that Facebook doesn't like that, but it was something that, again, was showing up in a fun way that was something different.
Yes. So can I give a couple tips and tricks to grow your business organically on your personal page?
Absolutely.
All right, let's go. So make sure, if you haven't written some of these tips down, like, come on, but here's some more coming at you. And these are, again, just organic ways to kind of beat the algorithm. Again, we talked about earlier how to make sure to comment and like and sporadically do that so that you can continue to boost your posts, because your posts land on Facebook about every 2 hours and then they're pretty much dead. Or maybe in a different way to say this, Facebook doesn't like you to post more really than once every 2 hours. Because what happens is if you post and you post in 10 minutes, they go, oh, they didn't like that last one, and they kind of kill it. And now they focus on this one. And if you post again in 40 minutes, they go, oh, they didn't like that one, let's kill it. So really, one tip is to definitely leave a good 2+ hours in between your posts. And if you're just posting once, twice, maybe 3 times a day, I would say that's probably max in terms of really getting your reach the strongest. Okay. Otherwise, again, it's just killing those, and it never gets a chance to share it to all those people that you want. When you do share your posts, of course, you want them at the time people are engaged. So think when you're on Facebook, maybe it's in the morning, maybe it's at lunchtime, maybe it's right before, you get off work because you really want to be done with work. And so you're, screwing off on Facebook. For women, one of the highest times from 7 to 11 in the evening. So just keep that in mind when you post.
Yeah.
And then if I am very intentional about everything I post, sometimes I'll even be like, oh, we had a great day at the park. I don't lie and say today, but it could have been yesterday. But I know I want to use that photo, but I'm very strategic in how I post on my Facebook. And so what I do, if I know I'm going to post about a new product or special or something coming up, I like to save that for time that people are very engaged. But the post I post prior to it, I post something that I know is going to get massive engagement. Anytime I share anything about my kids, I get massive engagement. And anytime I share a really funny meme or that gets people to like, hey, peeps, love them or throw them in the trash, I know I'm going to get comments, right? So I let that one just go and mold and just like get out there. And then once it kind of starts to slow down and it reaches that time that I want to post my new one, then I post about my business, because I know what Facebook does. It goes, if this post killed it, and everybody was engaging, because that's what Facebook wants, right? So if they go, wow, that was awesome, people like her, by very next post, it's going to show it to more people. Yeah. So kind of, again, Facebook, if you're going to use your profile page as a way to grow your business, you need to be very intentional and strategic about what you post.
Yeah. And remember to use open-ended questions and polls and those, anything that asks a question.
Yeah.
People feel they need to give their opinion all the time. I don't know why.
People love it.
But they love it. And so when you ask a question, an open-ended question that they have to answer, or use a poll, or I can't decide post, like I can't decide, is my hair look better this way or this way? Or somebody just did that. So
I know, it worked great.
But if you do a poll on coming up with a new product, or you're going to do a poll on something else, people love to give their opinion about it, and so that's a great pre-post that maybe not necessarily business related, but it will get a lot of engagement. And then, as Marcy said, you can come in behind it and it'll boost that next one.
Yeah, even use your business as do a post that's like you're not selling anything, but you're asking those questions, right? So, hey, getting ready to create a new candle scent. Do you prefer floral or woodsy? Now, you're not saying buy my candles. You're not even saying I want you to know anything about them. You're just saying, what's your favorite candle scent? I'm getting ready to create a new one. And the people who maybe don't know that, they go, whoa, you make candles?
Yeah.
Right. So it puts that in there, and you're not being salesy because you're just asking for, hey, what logo do you like better? This one or this one?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go, oh, what are you doing a logo for? You see what I'm saying?
For sure. For sure. Such good stuff. So we've talked about Facebook pages, Facebook groups, and your own personal Facebook profile page, and how you can monetize them all by showing up authentically and strategically and consistently. That is a big thing. And we want to make sure that you have all of the things that you need to show up and live your very best life through your business. So if you want some more tips, tricks, hacks, you want to become part of our Social Creative membership, which is us helping you do just that, make sure you jump on over to the legacy-boss.com /social-creative or to look at all of our other programs and memberships, as well as private coaching. So we are super glad that you're here. Wherever you listen to podcasts, make sure you subscribe. And then if you're watching this on YouTube, pop down that subscription button so that you get notified and hit that bell. And we will see you next time. Have a great day, guys. Bye.
Bye.